Hey, peace, and one love. I'm sorry. Um, I'm at the park. I come to get some of this beautiful sun and stuff. I'm getting ready to get out of this sweatshirt, take me a walk around the park, um, and just meditate. You know, it's nice and early. Um, it's quiet. And I came to the small park. I didn't go to the big park. Yeah, I didn't go to Veterans Park. Veterans Park, that's the big park. That's where everybody want to hang out at. This park is mostly for, this is more like for dogs, or for taking walks, or for the children, if you want to bring the children someplace, the little bitty children. I just got on for a little while, just to be able to share love with my people. Here, let me take this off of here. Give me 1 second. There you go. Please do not call me while I'm in a if you know I'm online, if you know I'm in a chat, or if I'm in doing something, don't call me if I'm using my phone, because it'd be rude for me to answer you and cut off the people I'm talking to. You can leave me a message and I'll call you as soon as I finish. I definitely will return the call. So I told y'all that I'll be coming back on later today. And I told you I wanted to start studying with you. Because I don't really study with y'all. I just get on and I talk and try to share knowledge with you, and hope that you would go study that I'm sharing with you. And not just go and study it. You know. Behind you. So, anyway, I just knocked down my box. I'll find it when I get out. It's not that important. But then again, it is. That's why I'm looking. Let me step outside for a second. You know, the reason I started with the book of Proverbs, because I love what Proverbs is about. All right. Did I put it in here? Y'all give me 1 second, please. Okay, there we go. Found it. Dropped it on the floor. You know, it's funny because every time I go to the doctor, they tell me I'm in perfect health. And I feel like I'm in perfect health. But I'm learning as I get older, I kind of have, I guess I'm getting high blood pressure. You know. Not something that can't be worked on. Not something that can't be cured naturally. It just consists of eating better foods. And it just consists of changing my diet. So my diet is going to be a lot of vegetables and very little meat, which I don't even eat meat now, really, but I think I'm going to go back to eating what I used to eat all the time, and that was fish. That's the only meat I used to eat was fish. So I think I kind of need to go back to that. I haven't been eating a lot of vegetables. I do eat vegetables, but not as much as I should. You know, so and then rest, exercise, which is something I need to get back into because I haven't really been exercising, and that's something I used to do every day. I think the winter kind of made me lazy. The sad part about it is I have 2 gym memberships, you know, so it's not like I can't go to the gym. And then I have weights and stuff at home, so it's not like I can't work out at home. It's just the fact of I broke my discipline, you know. So I got to get back and get my discipline back. So peace and love. Let me invite y'all up. I'd like to talk to him and hear about his faith. I don't know if he's going to come up, but I would love to hear about his faith. Invite some other people and let them know I'm online. I got a lot of friends that are not watching, so let me invite some of them over here for some good conversation. I got the Bible Man and the rest of them. Maybe I can get the Bible Man and Mr. Israelite up here. Bible Man and Mr. Israelite, that should be a good conversation, because even though they both believe in God, they believe differently. And you know the book say, let 2 to 3 speak, and then let the others judge on which one is telling the truth, and which one or which two is not. You know, so you should never just have one speaker if you're going to a so-called meeting or something like that. You know, so I'm a very young man. I have a very young spirit. Everybody, excuse me. Everybody that knows me knows that. You know. So, how are y'all doing today? First of all, let me ask you, how are you doing today? Because I didn't ask no one how they doing today. And that should be the first thing you do when you meet someone. You should greet them with peace and love, and then you should also request to ask how are they doing. Because just because a person look like they're doing okay don't mean that they are doing okay. Truthfully. They may look okay on the outside, but you don't really know what's going on the inside unless you ask. You know, that's their secret place. So in order to know what's going on in a person's secret place, you got to go to that person and request that they would share their disappointments, their turmoil, or whatever they're going through. A lot of times people don't like to be real when it comes to that. They don't like to tell you what they're going through. They want to play like they are something that they're not. They don't like to confess their faults. You know. But yet they striving to be like God. The thing that gets me, though, because I've been studying the Word a long time. I don't just study the King James Version Bible, but I study the Quran. I study the tablets, the holy tablets. I study the Torah, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the lost books of the Bible, the prophecies. You know, I'm a studier. I love studying, and I love studying truth. I love studying God's Word. You know, I love studying the Bible, but when I say Bible, I'm not talking about just the King James Version. I'm talking about the many books, because that's what Bible means, many books. The King James Version is just a version that holds 66 of the books. But the teachings of the book have been corrupted by man. The book itself ain't, because you can't hide the truth from a seeker.
What's up, my brother?
Peace and love, Bible Man. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm good, my brother. Yourself?
You know what? Every time somebody asks me that, I can't do nothing but say that I'm wonderfully, gratefully, and thankful that I'm blessed. But most people don't like to say blessed because they say it's a curse word. But you know, we have words from different tribes and languages, and it's not so much as the word, it's the meaning behind the word.
Right. That part.
So,
But
yeah.
you know the
So
thing,
how you?
the grace and mercy. I see that in our nation of people, because when you know your reality and your history, as being a part of that Pacific nation of people, you know that for such a long time, that when we look at all the different viruses, diseases that was created, some of the substance that's put in that Pacific neighborhood was all designed to try to wipe that nation out. So how can we not see the mercy and grace of the Most High Creator who've been protecting us from all of this harm and danger? Because remember, in real life, when people out to use you, when they get what they want out of you, they don't need you no more. What they try to do, dispose of you. You
Right,
understand? But they can't do it.
right.
It's because of that unseen spirit, what we call the Most High, who've been shielding us and protecting us from all this harm and dangers. Just like, the last pandemic we had, the COVID pandemic, ain't too many people of that Pacific nation was affected by that pandemic. It was those who was meant to be affected because the cup has been removed out of the hands of that suffering nation and placed in the hands of all nation where they've been scattered. And this is the real writing of the Bible. This is the time zone we are in the Bible. And this what, the Spirit used me to bring to the members of that scattered nation of people, because the Bible is not a global thing. It's based on a nation who was misled, disobedience, refused to take correction, and was chastised and prophecy to be gathered out of the lands of their captivity. This is the writing of the Bible.
Okay, so now that when you say that the writing of the Bible, and you say it's a nation, I will agree on the fact that it is a nation, because a nation just mean a people.
Mm-hmm.
It is a people, but we have to understand that it is a righteous people.
Yes.
So, when you talk about the children of God or the people of God, you're talking about a righteous people,
A righteous people.
right?
But
You
when we
know, it's like
go, but not to cut you off, my
you,
brother, right? See, I think where a lot of errors coming in at, right? A lot of things have been mishandled and misconstrued, misinterpreted. And know when you pass the same misconstruement, misinterpret, misinformation around, it become believable. You understand? Remember, this specific nation been erased totally. They don't know nothing about themselves, right? Those are the offsprings of that nation, right? So we grow up in what we hear as kids, and we accept a lot of these things for face value because most of us came into a lot of it because of our parents, grandparents, loved ones, and things like that. So we feel like mama ain't gonna lead us wrong, not knowing that mama didn't come up in the era of time to have the knowledge to give to child without falling behind the wrong thing. You understand? This thing go a lot more deeper than what we know. And the only reason why a lot of these things are surfacing because the Bible prophesied that I'm gonna raise new shepherds. Now I know everybody been hearing this term, oh, the African people know a spiritual waking up. Only ones have wakened is those new shepherd has been chosen to seek out the rest of the lost sheep of that suffering nation of people. All African people have not received the spiritual awakening. Every last one of them who have been called, guess what? All of them testimony lined up together. That's how we know who is who in that spiritual awakening. Because the prior shepherd in Jeremiah 23, verse 1 and 2, woe to the shepherd who scattered my flock. What that meant. Some of our ancestors was influenced by other foreign people ways where they begin to misteach their own people. And when the Most High was giving them spiritual warning to turn from their ways and do not walk out the other God, they didn't take correction. That's why we got the Atlanta slave trade. But they didn't teach us that because they want us to think something else. White man, black man, white man did this, not knowing it was a spiritual thing.
so. Now that you have said all that, what would you tell a person who was seeking God? Where would you tell them to look for God at? And how would you tell them to recognize God? Um,
Okay. That's a fair question.
yeah,
Well, first of all, we ain't looking for gods because there's many gods.
I
We'll
say
seek.
God. I say God.
Right, right, right.
God,
But let me
one
say this
single.
here.
Elohim,
I'm
Elohim. Let's make it single, because in order to look for God, we are gods.
Yes.
So if the scripture is true that we are gods, that means that we're looking for the one God that we follow, because there are
Well,
many gods.
with
But when
me,
you hear
my
the people
brother.
say, but wait just a minute, but when you hear the
Okay, go ahead.
people
I'm
say,
sorry.
okay, one God, when you hear the people say, we only have one God, what they're actually saying, whether they realize it or not, is they only have one way that they believe in, because God is the way. And that way
Well,
that they believe in is the way according to the word, not their way. Because the word is what saves, not man.
right. I agree. I agree
Okay.
with that.
So 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 it's not about Jesus.
No, not like that.
No.
Not like that. Not
It's
the way the
about
world been taught.
becoming that anointed one.
Right. Those
Okay.
shepherds. Those
Because
shepherds that was
Jesus,
prophesied.
because Jesus, who was a man, became an anointed one.
Mm-hmm. With the
He didn't
divine
start
spirit.
off as, but he he didn't get that divine spirit just because poof,
No.
it was given to him like some magical thing. He got that divine spirit by studying, by observing, by performing, by becoming that which he was studying. As he
Well,
became that which he was, as he began to put in practice that which he was studying, he became an anointed one. Why was he anointed? Because he was anointed to walk in a way of righteousness, was opposite of everything the world was doing.
right.
See, I want to
That
leave. I want to keep it in the real. I want to
well,
keep it in the fact that you can relate to it as a part. You can see it in actually you, not in
right.
some fantasized character that they give you, not in some cartoon character that's been given to you. But
Well,
the
only way
truth.
I can only way I can give it to people, my brother, is in the honest way how it all transpired. You understand? And every man and woman that I have encountered, cause of the Spirit, who received that spiritual awakening, it wasn't anything to do with self, right? It was a calling, a drawing. We all was drawn. We all walk behind a religion. Everyone I have met walk behind a religion, some type, right? We always drawn out of our old personal behavior. It's not that we woke up one day and say, well, you know what? I'm not going to walk like this no more. But what I'm explaining to you from a man who received that spiritual calling, that spiritual awakening. I didn't wake up and say, you know what? I ain't going to be a Christian today because I didn't see anything wrong with Christianity. I didn't. On my own conscience, I didn't see anything wrong with Christianity, period. Matter of fact, I
How,
was a double
wait,
for a praise
I have a
seat.
question. I have a question. How could you not see anything wrong with Christianity when everything about Christianity is wrong?
What I'm explaining,
Everything.
but
There's
listen,
not one thing about Christianity that is right or truthful.
right, but
Not
I'm
one.
speaking from my own self-conscious before my spiritual awakening. I did not see anything wrong on my own conscience. Only time when that
Because
began
you
to
was
come
walking.
to my conscience
Because
when that
is it
spirit
because
began to reveal it to me.
is it because you was walking in deceit?
Well, I'm just giving you a honest testimony as the testimony should be given. Every last one of me in testimony is the
No,
same as
no.
mine.
That's that's not the testimony that you should be given according to the book that you study. The testimony that you should be given according to the book that you study is the testimony of Christ. Christ gave the testimony of God. So you should be given God's testimony. But then you can't give God's testimony. Pardon me, ma'am? All right, that's all right. But you can't give the testimony of God until you know God.
And that is a spiritual fight.
Most
That is a spiritual fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't doubt
no,
that. I don't doubt that, but
Okay.
something had to lead to that point to get to start seeking the Most High too. You
Yeah, you
understand?
know what led you? You know what led you to the point to seek the Most High?
What's that?
Being hurt over and over, being deceived over and over, being lied to over and over, knowing that deep down inside there was something in you that wanted better than that which you was experiencing and seeing. So you went to seeking something better. You didn't know what. You just knew that there was something better than everything that you was receiving. That was the desire that was created in you.
But you know what I'm saying? If I say it the way you're saying it,
To
bro,
seek a better
but
you.
listen to me, right? With all due respect from a brother to a brother, right? If I put it in that perspective as you're saying it, right? Now I'm taking the glory and praise away from that unseen spirit. See,
No,
no,
you're
I'm
not.
not going to agree.
No,
Listen
you're
to me.
not.
Hear what I'm saying to you from a man who experienced that. Nobody can tell me about my spiritual journey but me. Every last one of those men and women know their own spiritual journey. Can't nobody
You could
speak for
tell me
someone
about.
else.
Wait, stop,
But
stop.
but but,
Wait, let's
but
let's
listen
let's
though.
get let's get the, wait, stop. Let's get this correct. You're
Okay.
right. No one can tell you about your spiritual journey but you. You're right about that. But they can tell you the truth, and you can compare it with your spiritual journey. Because your spiritual journey may not have been truth. You might have still been traveling down a false road.
But
You
know
might
how
have
I
still
knew it.
been
But let
traveling
me
down
tell
a
you.
road
But
of
watch this though.
destruction.
But watch this, my brother. Right? Anybody, and a man and woman who experienced that unseen spirit, they know that the Most High give
Okay.
confirmation. It get
Okay.
confirmation.
I got a question for you. What is the unseen spirit?
A higher source of an instant of without a physical form that control all the livings on this earth. Everybody got a spirit in it, even animals. That unseen
What?
instant of
That's not
a
what
life
I'm
force,
asking you.
and I'm
What
explaining it to
is
you.
the unseen spirit?
And I'm
Break it
explaining it to
down.
you to the
Break it down
best.
in lay. Break
Brother,
it down.
listen,
Break it down
listen.
in layman's terms.
Okay, what I'm telling you, there's a higher source in the source we carry. We all carry a source of a spirit, right? But there's one source higher than every source that every man and woman carry on this earth that control every source in the living.
What source? It doesn't control every source. What source is that?
Well, listen, my brother, listen, I didn't come to debate this, right? Every trust and believe, every man
Yeah,
and woman who listen, but to hear me out
wait,
though,
wait.
you have to
In
hear me out
wait,
out of
stop.
respect
No,
though, because I
I
don't want
need
to get
Bible
caught up
man.
in
No, Bible
a
man. Stop.
debate, an argument. Only
Let
thing
me
I can
explain.
tell you is what
Okay,
I'm
so
telling you
Bible
as a
man, let
brother.
me explain. Bible man, let me explain to you about my platform.
Okay, come on.
My platform is different. My platform is different from other platforms. I'm not here to prove or make myself. I'm not here to be lifted up in pride. I'm not here to
I don't think
glorify
now one of
me.
those new Shepherds is not needed because ain't now one of them boastful.
But I'm here to speak about truth. I'm not here to preach to nobody. I'm here to bring truth out of all the lies that's been given. I'm here to bring correction, instruction. You understand what I'm saying? See, you see God as some source outside of you. I don't see that God. I see God as the source that is within me. When I look within me, I can see two different gods. I can see a God of this world, and I can see a God of righteousness within me. So my battle is with the inner me to choose the one of life over the one of death. Because life and death reside within me.
I agree with that. I agree
Okay?
with that. That's your negative and your positive energy that we all carry.
Yes. So when you talk to God about me, you have to relate to God as us, not as some force outside of you, because when you do, you lose me.
Well, my
You
brother,
see, there's
there's a
no,
creator though. Listen,
there
there's
is,
a higher
that,
source of all this whole universe, bro, that control every living thing on this earth. Everything.
okay,
There's a source
that
outside
source,
of us, outside of every human beings that control every living thing on this planet Earth. It is.
that's a lie and the truth. That's a lie and the truth, ain't in it? That's a
Okay.
lie
Well,
and it's
hey, you
not the
know
truth. That's a lie
that
that come. That's a lie.
listen,
That's a
listen.
lie that came
So
from. That's a lie that
my
came from
question is
the
this.
adversary,
Let me ask
and
you a
I'm gonna
question
tell you
then.
why that's a lie.
But let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question, right? Since you're gonna
Okay,
say that,
please do.
right? Now, I have a question for
Thank
you.
y'all for the love.
How
Thank you for
do
the love,
how
Joey.
do you think that the most high creator, I'm not talking about no God, because God is not the creator. How do you think the most high creator control, how do you think he chastise the unrighteous?
Every day you
How though?
chastise.
I'm
Do
asking you, how do
be
he go
okay. Okay.
about
So so
chastising the unrighteous?
okay. So I'm glad that you said that. You know how he chastise the unrighteous?
Oh,
When
tell
he
me.
tell you, when you're told what is right and you do opposite of it, there's a consequence that comes behind everything you do. A matter of fact, I think it's in the book of Deuteronomy or either Leviticus, one of the two, where it tells you about the blessings and the curse. That if
Mhm.
you do this, these things would happen. But if you do
Okay.
this, then this would happen. So you're cursed by your own actions. You're not cursed because somebody did anything to you or because God cursed you. You curse because you refuse to listen to God, walk
Okay.
as God,
And
and you
watch this though.
cursed yourself.
Listen,
You
I hear
walk
what you're
in a
saying,
curse
but
because
watch
you're
this
not
though.
walking in that which represents love. And
Okay, watch
anything that
this
does
though.
not represent love, that does not speak love, that does not walk in love, is opposite of God. Therefore, it is a curse to you and all who accept it.
Okay,
Because God
now,
is just the word. So
okay,
anyone
but
that walk opposite of the word, anyone that walk opposite of the word's teaching, think opposite of the word's thinking. Your
okay,
thoughts, your
I hear.
knowledge,
All right,
all that has to
listen,
become as
listen,
God.
listen. What I'm saying to
Yes,
you.
please.
All right,
I'll
now,
listen.
do you believe in the Bible or you don't believe in the writing of the Bible?
Well, you haven't heard a word I said, have you?
It's just a simple question, yes or no.
Okay, first let me say hi. I want to speak to everybody. MI, it's good to see you up. Other person left. The reason I say you haven't heard a word I said because you asked me a question, and hey, and you, in order for you to ask me that question, that means you haven't believed or listened to anything that I've been saying. That
Okay,
means you
I
missed
heard.
everything I've been
Listen,
saying. That
you
means
said.
you
Listen,
haven't
I
really
heard
been
exactly
listening.
what you
It
said.
just went
I heard
over you.
exactly what you said. You say
No,
that
you didn't.
there's nothing outside of us, right? That know that control us. What I'm taking from your statement, right? You say it's within us that we bring the curse upon ourselves. Now, I know that we can bring the wrath of the Most High upon ourselves, but my question was, how do we bring the wrath? How do the Most High pour His wrath on the unrighteous?
I just
That was
told you.
my question.
I just told you. You must didn't hear me. You
Okay,
must
so
didn't
you
hear me. The
right,
Most
so
High
you
does not wait. Stop. The Most High don't pour no wrath on you.
mm,
You pour the wrath on you.
and how is that?
It's like a. Let me give you an example of a mother and a mother, a father, and a child. Your father tell you to listen to your mother, to exalt her. But instead of you doing what your father told you, you walk the opposite of that. So the question would be, when the wrath come down on you, when your father come to put that belt upon your hide, that rod of correction upon you, whose fault?
I'm not saying who fault.
What?
You going around
Wait,
my
wait.
question.
I'm asking
You
who
see,
brought
I'm gonna tell
who?
you, I'm gonna
Wait,
tell you what
stop.
make the conversation
No,
so
stop,
chaotic, right?
bro.
It's a simple
Who
question.
brought the
How do the Most
stop?
High chastise the
Who brought it to
unrighteous
you?
people? It's a simple
Who?
question.
Who?
How do he
It's so
punish the unrighteous people?
okay. I'm gonna try to break this down to you. When you say the Most High, I don't know what you mean. I
Okay,
think we're on two different. I think we're on two
okay,
different
okay,
levels because what
okay,
you call the Most High is not what I see as the Most High.
okay. Maybe that's
See,
so.
you see something outside of you. I don't.
Okay,
The Most High that you talk about is in me.
I hear you. I hear you.
It is the Most High you talk about is me.
Do everything
There's no
happen in the
one.
spiritual
Listen,
realm or not?
stop, bro.
Question: Do
There's
everything
no.
happen in the
There is.
spiritual realm or not? Yes or no? A yes or no question. Do everything happen in the spiritual realm or no?
Okay. When you ask that question, what are you referring to? Because are
Okay,
you
it's
referring
a
to the
simple
spiritual realm?
question. Do
You said
everything
everything.
happen in the spiritual realm? A
Hey, can I
yes or no question.
I am. Can I jump in real
No,
quick?
Sure, go ahead.
yeah, please,
Married
bro.
not on one.
Please.
What I am is saying is all of these things that you're talking about is inside of you. Whenever you say spirit, you talking about inside of you. It don't start on the outside, start on the inside.
But that's not my question, though,
Right.
Mayor 901. My question is this, 901. I know we all carry a spirit, and I told I am that, right?
Yes.
But my
Yes.
question is this, right? When the unrighteous punished by the Most High Creator, how do he apply that punishment?
Through you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
through me, right? Now, explain that to me. So you think I'm just gonna get
Through me.
listen, you think I'm just gonna turn around and punish myself,
Let
No,
me
right?
explain it to him.
that's
Let
not the
me
process.
Okay,
That's not.
so
let me
so
let me
now
explain.
hold on, my I
Let
am.
me break it
So
down. Let me
the
break it down
question,
to him.
hold
No,
on,
no,
I
no.
am.
I'm not gonna
Hold
hold
on.
off. I
I'm
want you to
saying,
stop because
how
you
do
asked
the
a question.
world think
I
that the
no.
Most High chastised the unrighteous people?
Okay, so wait, bro. I'm gonna try to break it down to you better. Okay. Now I want you to stay with me. And if you don't get an understanding after this, we're gonna leave it alone
Oh,
because you're
come
just
on.
not ready to get the true understanding.
Okay, I'm listening.
Let's talk about God.
Well,
Where is
God,
God's?
God is
Where?
not the. Hold on.
Stop, bro.
God
Stop.
is not the
Okay, let's
creator
talk
to
about
me,
the
though.
Most High. I don't care
God,
how you
okay,
use the
okay,
words.
okay.
I
God
don't
is
care
not
how
the
you
creator
use
to
the
me.
word. I'm not here to play with words. So let's
Okay,
talk about
words
the
is
Most
very
High that you
important.
talk about.
Words are very
Let's talk.
important. They're very important.
Let's talk.
Words are very
Let's
important,
talk.
I am.
Words are nothing if there's no action behind it.
Okay, well,
Let's
why is
talk
the
about
whole
the
world
Most High.
deceived with
Bruh,
words then?
stop. I don't want to argue with you. I want to sit and debate with you, yes, but I don't want to argue with you. I don't. Now I hear you up here trying to give your testimony, but your testimony is lies that I pour down every day.
Well, listen,
Now I'm
well, you can say
asking
what you
you.
want to say.
I don't
You
want
can
to
speak
listen. I
as you
want you to
want. That
listen.
is your
I
opinion.
don't want
That
to
is your
listen no more.
opinion. You
I
have the
have
right to
listened
your
enough.
opinion.
Bruh,
That is your
stop. I
opinion, I
don't,
am. That is your opinion, I am. You have the right to your opinion.
bruh, do it like this. And I put you on mute. You can unmute yourself. But the reason I put you on mute is because I want you to listen for a second before you speak. Be eager to listen and be slow to speak. When you talk about the Most High, where is the Most High if it's not in us? When you talk about the body of the Most High, that's the word I'm using for you so that you'll understand. We are the body of the Most High. We are the hands of the Most High. We are the feet of the Most High. So whatever the Most High do, he does it through us, his body. Why are you trying to disconnect yourself from the Most High that is within you? Why are you trying to give it to somebody else rather than accept it for yourself? You say that you are a child of God, so that means that everything that's in God should be in you. And if you're a child of God, that means you do the work of God. God don't come down here to do nothing to man. Man does it to himself by disobeying God or either by walking with God. You choose the blessing or the cursing. No one else chooses for you. I'm about realness, bro. If you cannot see the Most High in you, if you cannot see God in you, then I ask when you come here to listen, to learn, to take heed, because that foolishness that you bring don't fly past me. I'm kicked out of all the rooms that I go in because they can't understand the truth of the word. They want to bring up stories and fairy tales, and I'm not into that. I know who God is. It's us. I know who the supreme God is. It's the mother who created us. It's that noble woman. Now I don't know what type of woman you was created by, so I can't say what type of God brought you up in life. It depends on the character of the woman that created you. But if she was a holy woman, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to be holy. If she was unrighteous, you're going to wind up unrighteous, meaning you're going to have to some way later on find the truth to your righteousness, because it's your righteousness that gives you life everlasting. Now, I hope you can understand that, because I can go on and on and on and on, but I'm going to give you line upon line, just a little bit here and a little bit there, precept upon precept, because you ain't able to take it all at once. You'll throw it up.
Well, let me say
And I
this
don't
into
want you to.
you. May
You're
I
not.
speak now?
I'm trying to give you.
I
I'm trying to
heard
give you
you.
little bits
Okay,
and
listen,
pieces of
listen. You
meat
cannot give
because
me
you've been
junk,
drinking
man.
milk for so
But
long.
I am. You can't give me nothing because I carry that source, brother.
I can give you anything I want when you're in this room, and I'm held responsible for what I give you.
We gonna hold a conversation that go both ways, my brother.
Holding a conversation, that's your problem. When God go to talk to you, you
But
want to hold
listen,
a
but see,
conversation
no, that
instead of
was wrong
listen.
with Chris.
That's your problem. When God is talking to you, you
That's
don't want to
wrong with
listen. You want to hold
Christians.
a conversation. Sometimes you need to just be
Y'all want to
quiet
do
and
all the
listen. And
talking. You
if you be quiet and listen, you'll get an enlightenment. You'll get a revelation. First of all, let me tell you something. I'm
I
not a
don't need
Christian.
your revelation. I don't.
Okay. So then why are you here, Bible man? Why are you here? Because I don't preach Christianity. So why are you here?
You invited me here. You
I
sent me in.
I invite everyone that's on my
Well,
list,
okay,
bro.
don't send me no invite. If you
No. When
can't
I
hold a
come on,
spiritual conversation, don't invite.
excuse when I come on, I push share.
Okay,
When
don't
I push
share with me
share,
then. If you can't,
when I push share, it doesn't put up a list.
listen as
It's
well as you want to,
when I
don't.
push
Hey,
share, it
listen what I'm
doesn't.
saying to you from a man.
When
If you
I push
can't,
share, when
you want to speak,
you're
go
not
live,
going to be
man.
able to say it. You're
No,
not
I'm
going.
just saying.
All right, all right. Well, I'm not going to keep debating with you. You don't understand nothing. Well, then don't share. No, don't come. If you get a share and you feel like what I'm talking about, you don't want to hear, don't come. I get shares every day. But I don't go to everybody that send me a share because some of them I don't want to hear what they're talking about. You get to make that choice. Choice is always ever present in your hand. You get to choose life or death. You get to choose what road you go down. No, nobody choose that road for you. You want to keep on putting it off on something that you don't even know nothing about. You keep trying to put it off on God that's doing everything instead of putting it off on yourself, who is God. Everything that's done to you is because of you. No one else. So I don't want to hear that. If we can come up here and talk about us, the true God, I want to talk. But if you're gonna come up here and try to preach to me this make believe thing, this fantasy thing, because you're talking about dreams and fantasies. I'm not into dreaming because a dream is nothing. When you wake up, you right where you started that dream. Still lay in bed, you got to get up and move around and walk. So dreams for me means nothing. Nothing. Okay? I'm not here to try to live my life on my dream. I'm here to live my life off of wisdom. And I can't get wisdom without knowledge, and I can't get knowledge unless I get understanding. They go together. Once I get the knowledge and an understanding of that knowledge, it will make me walk in the wisdom of that knowledge that I was given. It all works together. So that's why I took you down, brother, because I all that you're doing, it messes with my spirit. And it winds up
Drop them down.
giving you control. It winds up giving you control, pulling me into your arena, and I don't want to be pulled into your arena. So peace to you, one love, and as I say, Bible man, you don't have to come up because you're not a Bible man. You're a man that maybe pick up the Bible, but you're not a man who takes time to understand what the Bible is teaching. Therefore, anytime you come around me or anyone like me, they're going to look at you as someone with no understanding. They're going to say they don't want to hear that crap. It's like the young people today, when you go to take them to the Christian church, they look at y'all as a bunch of fools, a bunch of hypocrites, a bunch of wild animals, because that's what y'all act like up in that church. That's what you act like up in them people, like a bunch of wild animals. But then it says in the book of Revelation that that's what would be in the church. So I understand there's going to be foulness, corruptness, and all that in that so-called fake church, the synagogue of Satan, that you go and worship in. Because it's not the church of God, because the church of God is right here. You're looking at the church of God. You're speaking with God. So when you have to go outside of yourself to find God, when you have to go to a building just to find God, you're blind. You're deaf. You don't hear what God is telling you, and you don't see God. So do not come in here talking to me like that. I don't deal with people like you. I chew you up and spit you out because I don't like y'all, because y'all keep my people deceived on that bull jive. You talking about for them to look to somebody to change them when change come from within.
I think that's next door. I think that might be
You
next
know,
door.
I can't deal
What's
with
the
that, bro.
address?
That's the stuff that I put down. I don't Preachers don't come to me because they preach a fake book. I preach life. I teach life. I don't teach no fake thing. That's why I'm not loved by
Try
them.
next. Try
That's why I'm hated by
Try
them.
next door.
Because that's what Christ did. Christ taught life. His gospel was a gospel of life, about life, not about a book. The book is just a map. And you don't even want to take the map and study the map and go the way that the map tells you to go because you're too busy looking for some fantasy that they call some fascinating God that is not
right here,
even
my
real.
gun. See if that's theirs. I'm sorry,
So
brother.
I'm
I
gonna
ain't mean to do
back
that.
up off the. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm glad you did, bro. So I could stop because he's gone anyway. I kicked him out. You know, I mean, I don't hate him. He can always come back, but I kicked him out because he was just doing too much talking and wasn't saying nothing. Wasn't saying nothing. Everything he was saying was something that he heard other people preach, something that he done dreamed up. But ain't none of it's no truth. He can't back it up with scripture or nothing. So I don't want to be hearing that. That's the reason I opened up the room today. I'm gonna open up later on, and we're gonna take a study from. I'm gonna start doing something I haven't been doing. I'm gonna start studying the Bible with them. I'm gonna start in the book of Proverbs. There's 31 books in Proverbs, so that's 31 days. I'm gonna take so many verses a day. So I'm gonna start at Proverbs chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 1, and I'm gonna read from 1 down to 10. I'm not gonna read no more than about 10 verses a day because 10 verses could talk on so much. Because every verse is explaining something about us that we need to know. And I'm gonna use the book to explain it to them, to show them. I'm gonna do cross reference. I'm gonna take them from one verse to the other verse, to another book, to show them that not just one person is saying this in the book. It's said 3 different places in the book, and wherever you can find 2 to 3 that agree,
I'm really
there's the truth.
surprised. I'm sorry. I really hate to cut off your
No,
wisdom, sir.
I'm glad you did. I'm tired of talking. Take over, bro.
I'm surprised as him calling himself Bible man. He struggles with understanding the process of how wrath comes upon us. It is very clear in Exodus, all over. It starts from that. It's very clear that
Very,
we
very.
do things to put ourselves in a position of punishment. And we are the ones that do cruel things to ourselves as a people and as individuals. That
I'm
puts us
listening.
in
I'm just
difficult
stepping
position.
out to take this sweat off. I'm outside in my ride. I'm at the park, and now it's really starting to get hot where I'm at because I'm in
Yeah, that
I'm in the
temperature is
mountains.
getting up out there now.
Oh yeah, we up in the 90s today. So
Oh wow.
do me a favor, keep on talking. I'm just gonna take off the sweatshirt.
Okay.
Your mouth
But I
down.
can.
Do your mouth. What? That was your mouth.
Who the sister that just came? Is that a sister that just came in?
Y'all can't stay in no car.
I don't know, but you got it, bro. You can moderate while I take this stuff.
Okay. But yeah, what he was asking was valid. He just didn't wait for the answer. It's very clear. If we want to talk about, for instance, slavery, right?
Yeah.
It was a process to where we put ourselves in a position to be, captured and sold, and then when you go down that pipeline, we here today, and we're still being sold, and we're still being treated as livestock. We put ourselves in that position. God didn't put us in that position. God did everything in his power to guide us away from that. And instead, we let the devil in, as we always do. We let the serpent in.
Right.
And you know what I mean? We don't know how to take the discernment of when we let that serpent in, and how to to tell lie from truth.
Right.
So,
right.
That's just the process of it. It's not always a thing where it's happening. Most of the time, it's happening on the inside. It's not something that's going to come from the outside. It starts from within.
Always. It starts from within and it ends from within. That's the beginning and the end. Yes, I agree 100%.
That completes the circle. Like, starts from within, ends within.
That's right.
I want to know why he struggles with that process, because it's throughout the Bible. Like, it's throughout. I'm not going to talk like I done read the Bible from front to back, but I done read Exodus. I done read other parts of the Bible that deals with these types of issues.
Okay.
And it always tells you, most of the things that mess us up is due to our own iniquity, our own pleasures of the flesh that we overindulge, and then it all ends up with us being in a bad position until we go back to where we're supposed to be, go back to that roadmap that God gave us. That's what it is.
Right.
But I think that we struggle with that, sir, because we've been told that we've been told a lot of things about ourselves that's really not true. And
yes,
it's just really, we've digested it at this point. Not too many people can really understand when you say God is inside of you. It's almost like people look at that as like you're saying something blasphemous, or you
Oh
some
man,
type of, Oh, you some type of
Man, look,
crazy person when you say that. Yeah,
look,
go
I'm
ahead.
glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because, you know, the minute that you tell somebody that you God, bro, they get very upset with you. They call you the devil, you blaspheming, you ain't no God. They don't even want to take time to ask you why you say you are God, you know, or show me why you say you are God. They automatically, because of their belief, they want to make you the enemy. So you may be a God that's teaching them right, but they miss out on it because
Right.
of their false belief. You know, so I do know. I get it all the time, bro. I get it all the time. I used to have a post on and say, I am a God.
You know
And,
what I said to somebody to make them lean back in their seat? They asked me,
uh-huh.
did I believe in God? I told them I'm a knower, not a believer.
Yes, yes, belief is foolishness. Because I can say I believe something, just because I believe it don't mean it's true.
Right.
I can say I believe you can fly, but just because I believe it don't mean you can fly.
Right.
So belief to me is ignorance. And when I say ignorance, it's not to put a person down like I explained to them. Belief just means that you lack knowledge.
Right.
Anytime somebody tell me that they believe something, what they're saying to me, and I'm saying to me, I can't speak with nobody else. They're saying that they lack knowledge in that they're talking about.
I told a sister
That's what.
this the other day. I was like, you know, I asked her, did she believe in God? She said, yeah. And I told her kind of the same thing. I said, I said, it's okay in the beginning to believe. We all been believers at one point. But I said, get to
Yeah.
know God. I said, because one thing about belief, when you believe something, you have to constantly prove it to yourself. But when you know something, you don't have to prove a damn thing. It's there.
Right.
And it's when it's there, nothing can come between you and that thing. You know, belief, you know, you can
Yes.
get between belief with a lie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Without a doubt. Because they don't really know. They're
Yeah.
looking, they're searching, they're seeking. When I tell people, no, I know God. I don't believe in God. I know God. How you know God? Because I am God. I don't look for a God outside of me. I know that everything in that book is talking about me. When I look at what the Israelites did and I look at what the unrighteous ones did, hey, I know it's talking about me too, because at one time I used to be like that. But I also know that man can change. I also know man has the power over himself to change his circumstances. The only one that don't have the power to change themselves are those who are weak, those who are fearful. They fear change, afraid of change, afraid of losing friends, afraid of losing loved ones. Because change will do that.
Right.
Fact.
You know, when you change, you'll lose a lot of friends because you're no longer doing the things they do. You no longer think the way that they think.
You confuse them.
You know, they're not confused. They don't want what you got to offer.
Mm.
They don't want your life. They don't want to hear that. It's like when you go to talking and you give them that true knowledge. You're like, bro, I don't want to hear that. Same way when you talk to them about the way that they should be walking, the things that they should be doing. What's the first thing they tell you? I can't do that. I can't be no, I can't live that way. When you talk about holiness, being perfect, oh, ain't nobody perfect. Ain't but one perfect, that's God. Well, if I'm God, then I must be the one that's perfect. And if you God, like the book say, what's stopping you from being perfect? The only thing stopping you from being perfect is your unbelief. Your unbelief in you. Your unbelief in you. not believing that you are able to achieve that which you desire. That's the only thing stopping you. Then I ask people a lot of times, well, when I say I'm perfect, do you understand what perfect means? Are you perfect? I say I'm perfect when it comes to sinning. I don't sin. But I'm not perfect. I haven't reached the mark yet. I'm still striving. I'm like Paul. I'm striving to reach that mark. I haven't got all the way there yet. There's still some things in me that need to be worked on. Well, then how are you perfect? I say, because I don't sin. I don't sin against my brother. I don't sin against my sister. I don't do wrong towards them. That's what makes me perfect. What makes me not perfect is my emotions sometimes. I'm high zealous. I have a zeal about anything that I'm occupying myself with. Anything I do, people who know me will tell you that I have a zeal. I really get into it. I put my all into it. So sometimes my zeal will cause me to not be humble to people, not always speak to them in the meekness that they want me to speak, because what they call meekness may not be meekness to me. So I fall short when it comes to really, I ain't gonna say fellowshipping with my brother, because my brother's like me, but I fall short when it comes to speaking to people in the world about the things of God, because it's hard for me to relate. It's hard for me to be nice. It's hard for, they say, well, you ain't supposed to hate. I don't hate the godly person. I hate the godly acts that person do. And if that person is doing godly acts, that means eventually I'm going to hate that person. Because the acts of that person come from that person. So they said, well, God said you shouldn't hate. No, that's not true, because David said, I hate everything that God hates. And if you look at the things that God hates, you'll understand it. There's 7 things that God really hates. And 7 is the most worstest of them all. I think it's time for me to get about this part. I see too many other beings coming that are not of me. I just came here to get a rest and get my little walk in, finish my walk. But yeah, brother, go ahead and finish speaking while drive back to the home front, to the Ponderosa. You still on? I'm still watching. I'm still connected. Turn this ass stuff on. Go ahead and share your knowledge and your love with us, because I know you got knowledge, brother. And whoever come up, could you moderate them? Could you introduce them, ask them why they're up here, what they want to come up for? Oh, it's hot in this car. And I just got the windows up. Ain't been going no time. Oh, you must be on the phone. Anybody that like to come up, if they have anything they would like to say, come on up. What am I saying? Let's see what the comments go. I am God. I am God. Come on up, bro. Let's hear why you say you God. Come on up to the mic and let us hear why you say you God. I hear you talking. Well, I hear you writing. I see you writing. I see you writing that you're God. But come up and tell us why you God. And how are we to know that you're God? What are you doing to make you God? At least the God that we're talking about. Because There's many gods, bro. So when you say you God, come up here and share with us what God you are. What God you claim. What God you pretend to be. I don't need to look at it for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for some property. I want to buy some property. I want to buy some land. I really just want to buy land more than anything. It's the difference in owning land and owning property. I'm looking for land. Y'all know where some cheap land is? Stock too. I'm thinking about buying some stock in the what's that? Disney World. Since they're going out, they selling out. Their stock is going for like $47 a stock. So I'm looking at $47 a stock. If I invest maybe $1,000 or so, you know, how much stock would I have in this company? You know what I'm saying? And get it now before it rises. Because 47 is about as cheap as you're going to get it right now, but that's because of the sale that they're going through. And that's just so I can leave my children with some things. You know, it's not even for me. Not even for me. Not even about it. I mean, everybody knows now it's springtime. So y'all forgive me, I'm in the desert. I'm trying to get back to the Ponderosa so I can change and put on some shorts and stuff like that. Finish my little workout. Got to work out so I can stay fit. Ain't nobody gonna make me fit but me. Nobody but me. Oh, this is such a beautiful day. I told y'all I'm in the mountains. I'm in the mountains. There's mountains all around me. I don't care which direction you look in. There's mountains. I don't care which way you look, what direction you look in. There are mountains everywhere we look. So I need to go in here and talk about these books and stuff that I was reading and studying and meditating with. See all them mountains. I don't care where you look, no matter what direction. There's mountains everywhere. Mountains all around me. But we're mountains too. Anyway, I'm gonna get ready and get off for a while and kind of made it back to my domain. Back to my Ponderosa, back to my kingdom, where my loved ones are. You been out? You been out? You been drinking water? Denada, you been drinking water? You been drinking water? You want some water? Is this your water here? Why you didn't finish eating your food? I started finding money on my floor. A dime in the hand. All right, I'm gonna say peace and love. I'm gonna get up out of here. I do want to kind of leave it on in hope that somebody come in here with some good questions. We are originally melanated gods, Mississippi, and the Nile River is the missing puzzle piece. Well, I can kind of say I agree with that, and then I don't agree. We are the original melanated gods in America, but gods is everywhere you go. And when you say original, what do you mean by original? You know, God is a God of righteousness. God is a God of righteousness. So, are we the original gods of righteousness? Yeah. But have we fallen short of that? Yes. Are we still the original gods of righteousness? No. No, we're not. Not all of us. Many of us have fallen. That's what the book teaches. The Israelites were the children of God. The children of God, they failed. They fell from God's grace. As many of us fall from God's grace. Because we don't want to listen to God. We want to walk as the world. We want to practice the things of the world. You know. We can't see God. We can't see righteousness. Because we don't want it. And you can't see something that you don't want. It's like you're seeking riches when you're already rich. If you got your health and you got your strength, you're rich. There's nothing else you need. All these other things are just wants. These are the things that keep you from finding yourself because you're so occupied and chasing the things that you don't spend time and try to find out who self is. You don't spend time in getting to know self. I got 4 messages. What are the messages? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. If y'all could just tap on the screen, that would be very much appreciated. Look, I took y'all on a travel with me today. Oh, this is just the back part. This is a school right there that y'all are looking at, which is right in the, I guess, the back of my place. So, probably got to go in. I know my daughter's not on with. But yeah, you know, when we talk about God, I need to get my stand in line with y'all. Hold on a second. Eli, you want to go to the park right on? It's hot out, bro. You might want to go to the one right here. They did a lot of stuff over there. Then they kind of changed it a little bit. They put a water thing out there that they turn on for the kids where you go around and stuff.
Are they replaced it with?
Huh?
Did they replace it with?
Yeah, they replaced it. They're putting a lot of stuff over there. So anyway, we'll probably go over there later on today. I need to take a shower, change clothes. I don't want to put on no black. You know, I love black, but it's too hot out right now. I think I'm going to put on something white today. What you going to wear today?
Gray.
Gray. Shorts. That's all you need on is some shorts. You know.
Since it's hot outside.
Yes. Yes. So, why you still in bed? Oh, you just got back in bed? Well, your little sister don't messing with your big sister. And one of the mic is yours. Well, I ain't got much I want to talk about right now. If they don't come up here and question or start no conversation, I ain't got much I want to talk about. I mean, I can talk about a lot of things. I ain't going to lie about that. My favorite subject is God. My favorite subject is truth. That's my favorite number one subject. Favorite. For real, for real. Tax time, ain't it? Y'all ready for y'all taxes? I'm retired, so I don't do taxes. I don't get taxes. I'm retired. They don't take no money out and I don't put nothing in. You know, everybody says, well, if you put a little bit in, you get a little bit out. Yeah, you're going to get out what you put in. But you ain't going to get nothing else back. You can put that in your bank account. Put it in your bank account. Don't mess with it until leave it in there for over a year. How much they take out your taxes? You that's retired. How much do you send in every month? How much do you tell them to take out of your retirement funds or your Social Security check? How much? I'm just asking. If you take that same amount that you put into your Social Security, that you pay in the Social Security so you could file income tax every year, if you put that money into the bank, you wouldn't have to file because it'd already be there. They're only giving you your money back. Y'all make it seem like they're giving y'all something great. They're just giving you back what you already had. You can stick it in the bank if you want. You ain't even got to stick it in the bank. Put it in an envelope. Stash it somewhere around your property. Dig a hole and bury it in a hole. Yeah, you can tell I'm old school. No, I said that because you never know when the bank's going to close. You know what I'm saying? You know, if the bank shut down, boy, a lot of us hurt. Can't get to that money, you know. But I understand it's the way the system is. It ain't about the money. The money gonna fall anyway. You know, whatever they use next will be using it. That's the digital money. That's that way they can stop it anytime they get ready. We'll never have nothing if we keep depending on our oppressors for everything. We don't need nothing from our oppressors. The only thing we need from our oppressors is for them to separate from us. Now, when I say my oppressor, I'm not talking about our colored people. I'm not talking about white people or Mexican people or any of that. Our oppressors are those who come against us that want to live right and in love. So your oppressor could be any color. Your oppressor can look like you. Your oppressor can be your brother, your sister, your friend, your aunt, your uncle. Your oppressor could be anyone that comes against you, that wants to stop you from achieving the righteousness that is in you. They don't want to see you become good. They always trying to get you to do evil or something that is not of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? That's the adversary. That's the oppressor. Someone who's for you ain't gonna oppress you. They're gonna walk with you. Because they trust in you. They believe in you because they believe in them. And they see that the same thing in them is in you, and you're using it the same way that they're using theirs to the fullest. They're gonna walk with you. You know. It's hard, bro. It's hard. I spoke today about finding a good wife. Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a good wife? Who can find a holy woman? Because he that finds a holy woman finds what? Finds a good thing. Because a holy woman is going to keep him in life. She's going to bring him life, not a curse. She's going to be good to him. A holy woman, a man can trust in her in all things. Ain't that right, baby? That's what we are. Even my little one will tell you that. You see her right there, where she is. She's right there. Right there by her daddy. Yes, baby. What you want? She's calling me for something. Go see what she wants. What you want? Daddy, what you want? What you want? What you getting up here for? What you want from up here? Oh, you want some of my brownies? All right. Just a minute. Just a minute. I'll get you some brownies. I'm not gonna give you no whole brownie because they're too big. That's too much sweets. Give me a second here. Why you tried to tell your sister and she wasn't paying no attention to you, was she? There you go, baby.
Thanks, Shamir, for everything. I feel good.
Hey, peace and love.
Yeah, no problem, man. Let's listen. I'm gonna get old too, and I'm gonna have me a little grand.
No, that's kind of old age.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with old age.
I ain't old.
Everybody gonna come in contact with that shit. It's just that thing you see.
But I'm talking to my grandfather.
Oh, he ain't old either. He ain't. How old is he? How young is he?
I ain't know you on the phone, man.
He's 81.
He ain't old. Listen. Oh, he definitely ain't old, man.
Hold on, I'm gonna let him hear you. Hold up.
What?
Cause he don't know what I'm doing. I'm on this panel thing. I'm gonna let him hear you.
Don't be putting me on blast.
No, I ain't putting you on blast.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you ain't this old
you
guy.
already on
it. You say he ain't old.
Oh, he ain't putting you on.
Man, I ain't old.
No, he ain't old.
Shit.
He ain't old.
As long as I'm doing what I'm
You 81. You 81 years young, ain't?
Yeah.
You 81 years young. Ain't nothing old about you except for the clothes that you got on. The clothes is the body that you in.
Then you talking about Shamir because I dress my pattern after him.
But
I stay blended with the young guy.
But that spirit is in you.
That's what
that
I'm talking
spirit
about.
in you is just as young as can be, buddy.
Get ready to take me.
You know what I'm saying? That's like when people. Hey, a little glass of wine is good for the infirmities. That's what I was always told, you know. They say it ain't what goes in a man that makes a man unclean, but what comes out of his mouth, because that comes from his heart. That's them evil thoughts and them evil things. I don't think that's in you. You 81 years old. You didn't gave up that evil.
I use the drink for the same
You're 81. You wise. You didn't gave up that evil. All that evil you used to do. You used to drink for the same purpose that you put water in the car? keep
Yeah,
you
yeah.
running. Keep
He
you running.
say,
Make sure that
I use liquor
you
like
don't
you use
overheat.
oil for your car. It grease the inner joints. Oh,
Degrease them joints.
yeah.
Well, I don't drink. I ain't gonna lie with you. I don't drink. I ain't never really been a drinker. But I do my herbs. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
believe that God put herb on the face of this earth for man as meat. So I that's my meat, my herbs. You know, I love my herbs.
Yeah, he not much of a drinker. He take a shot every now and then, but he
And
not a drinker. He just wanted to let you know that. He said,
I
all right,
know
he
he
said,
ain't. I know he ain't.
yeah.
I know he just talking like he said he uses to just get it to make sure stuff keep moving right. You know, kind of oil it up a little bit. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes we need a little oiling. You know what I'm saying?
keep your
I got up
nerves
this
funky.
morning. Look, man, you got to. I got up this morning, put my little thing on my wrist because I didn't feel too good, and the thing said, your blood pressure is low. I'm like, what? So I said, okay, well, I know what to do. Let me start eating some greens. Let me get back into my workout because I had stopped working out, you know, stopped taking my walks, stopped riding my bike. You know, I was killing myself because I wasn't using my body. So
Right.
just like I jump in my car and use my car to go in there, I said I got to jump. I got to do the same with my body. I got to jump up in the skin of mass and start taking it for rides and walks and stuff. You know, if I want to keep it. You know, man, he 81 and getting around like that. He doing good, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
He doing
It's not
good.
too many 81-year-olds I know that's like him. Like I tell them that. I said, you know, because sometimes you know got things that act up on them. And I tell him, I said, man, you better off than most people your age. Like he's still able to ride a bicycle, go to the gym. Every now and then his joints act up on him. That's the most that
Yes,
really happens.
yes.
Yeah. And he
You
was
could be
very
young and
athletic.
that happened. You know what
Yeah, he
I'm
was
saying? So,
he took
yeah,
care of his
that's all.
body though,
See,
too. Like
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't have to let it, but I love to run and stuff like that. I think that helped me. I love to run and ride bikes and stuff. You know, I used to live in Michigan, and you know, it's a lot of hills there. I used to love riding them hills, but I remember one time I was riding them hills, and I'm like, I had to stop and catch my wind. I'm like, wait, this ain't never happened. I've been riding this hill for I don't know how many years. Why I'm out of breath. And I come to realize that I wasn't as young as I used to be, and I hadn't been doing it like I used to. Because I had left and been gone for a while. I went back to visit my children and said, well, let me do my bike ride. So that's when I realized, you know, practice make you perfect. The more you ride, the better you are. I need to ride now to strengthen my
yeah,
legs, you know, make
I
them
do a lot
strong.
of
So
walking.
ain't nothing wrong with a little workout. That's good. And see, that's what I want to do. I need to get me some friends that like to do walking so we can walk. Cause I ain't gonna walk too much if I'm walking by myself. You know, when I was young, yeah, I walked because I wanted to see and experience everything. You know, and I thought you see more when you walk than when you drive, because you miss a lot of things when you drive. So I used to love walking or riding my bike. But as I started getting older, man, I stopped walking as much. I stopped riding as much, and I stopped doing what rich folks do, hopping up in my car, going everywhere, not realizing that all it was doing was making me sick,
Yeah,
making me depend on the car instead on me, you
right.
know. So when I did get back into it, you know, because for a while I wouldn't walk. For a while I wouldn't walk nowhere, except maybe up the street to the store, about a half a block. But if anything over that, I wasn't walking. I'll tell you in a minute, man. Come on, let's hop in the car. No, it's right up here. I don't care. We just get there fast. But I learned, you know, a lot of things we do, our laziness can destroy us sometimes.
Right.
You know, our lack of doing what's good. You
That's
know,
with everything. Like I
that's
feel
the
like
kicker.
that's even true. Like when it comes to the mind, like you gotta exercise every part of yourself. to keep yourself in shape.
Yes, 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 yes. You do. Not just the mind, but the body too. Like I say, physical exercise is good for the body. But spiritual exercise is good for the body and the soul. So
Right.
I do them both. If you look, turn this around here because I'm just out here on the patio enjoying the sun. But if you look, you see I keep weights out here. That's what I do.
Okay.
That's what I do. I come out here on the patio, lift my little weights, my little barbells and stuff, do my little squats, stuff like that, just be with self, you know what I'm saying? Spending time with self, meditating while I'm doing my squats and stuff,
Right.
That's just me. I'm trying to live at least 30 or 40 more years,
Yeah, where you at? How old is you now?
That's what I'm trying to do. I ain't up there with your daddy, with your grandpa.
You said another 30 years, you be 120
I
years
don't like
old.
I don't like to tell my age. Yeah,
So you try to be
that's
here
what I'm
another
trying
30
to do.
years.
What is it now?
He your age.
You my age?
He said he won't be around another 30 years, like you.
Yeah, shit. I can see goddamn
Yeah,
up around that neighborhood. Shit.
look,
I can see goddamn motherfucking 20 years from
I'm
now.
still making babies.
At least 20.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm still making babies, bro.
I probably would too if I was out there messing
Did
with
you
them young
see my
girls
little
like
one?
that. I ain't dealing with nothing under 50.
Oh, I thought that was your grandkid.
Did you see my little one?
That's your
No, that's
kid.
my daughter. That's my youngest.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my grandchild is older than my grandchildren older than her. I got grandchildren that's grown that's got kids my kids' age.
No, I want you to activate that card when you get a chance. It's just a card to go.
I'm trying to have two more.
Hold on 1 minute. Hold up.
What's in there?
Children give you life, bro. Go ahead. Activate this card. Children give you life. They truly do. You got it looking good over here planting all that stuff. Where my neighbor at? Yeah, it's good. Put this back on here so I'm able to see. He said he didn't mess with no women under 30 years younger than him. Is that what he said? There we go. It's loose, baby. I can't even turn it. Oh, things get old, they don't move as fast. Still just as good, though. And that they don't move as fast, they learn to take their time. right. Almost time for mama to get here. Shut that door. Thank you. All right. What is next? Going with you. No, why? Take time, man. Have you eaten anything? That's probably why it hurts, sweetheart. Pardon me? Try putting something in your stomach. I need. Oh, that's what I said. What you doing? Oh, okay. I know that part. Let me put this phone in charge. Hey, peace and love, peace and love. Welcome to the room. I'm finna shut down everyone because I need to jump in the shower and change clothes. I'm gonna say peace and love to y'all. Please come back on and catch with me later. Thank y'all for joining me. I really do.